goes. Let's have a quick sip of tea. I mustn't slurp. I hate slurping. Right. I think I'm going to get out of there. I think it's time to buy some piggy wiggies. I don't have any crops ready to harvest. This field here, I have a crop that is planted. Got some birds on it. Let's scare the birds away. Fly away, birds. It's growing. pH is perfect. Nitrogen is perfect. Full of rocks. Don't know whether I can get rid of those. This is what I want to do, is buy this piggery over here if I haven't already bought it. Might have already bought it. Yeah, I think I must have bought it because I've got the option to buy stuff. So that's obviously something goes there. Perhaps that's where the bedding goes. And the food probably goes in here, I should think. There's water in there. I don't know whether this thing actually fills it up. I don't think it does. It's a bit of a nuisance. I was hoping that this pump here would fill it up automatically, but it doesn't do that. Hey ho. This is where the muck comes out, the slurry. So let's buy some animals. I've got £300,000. Let's close those doors, I suppose. Good idea. Don't want them to escape immediately. We've got Iberian suckling pigs. So those are babies. Well, not absolute babies, but they're young. And I think we'll get some tutty ones. These ones, which are... So those are breeders. These are for fattening to sell off. Those are to grow up and then they'll breed. So I'm going to get some of these and some of these. Let's get, how many should we get? Let's get 20 of each. And I'm going to get 20 of these as well. So now we've got some piggies. And in this version of the game, the piggies look the same, whether they are... Can I jump over that fence? Oh yes. The piggies look the same, whether they are little piggies or big piggies. In the next version of the game, there are 3 sizes of piggy, from little baby piggy through to medium-sized piggy, through to big piggy. So these guys have some of the things they need, but not all of the things they need. I just wonder where I can check their needs. I suspect I have to go here, down to animals. So they're currently sort of okay for water, they're not going to die, but they don't have any food. So I'm going to buy some specialised pig food for them and give them that, which is a complete food that has everything that they require. Perhaps later on I will, once we're into the game, I'll actually grow them products that I can feed them. But for the time being, I'm going to buy pig food and deliver it. I don't know quite where I'm going to deliver it to. I'm also going to buy some bedding. Let's just have a little look. Do they need... There, they need straw. And I'm going to to get them some more water because they don't have enough water. The amount of water that the tank takes changes depending on how many animals you have. So we'll go on to here. Now then, I don't know how much stuff they're going to need. Oh, there's lots of products. Mineral feed, no. Oh, pig food, there we go. Pretty expensive. I'm going to stop there at 16,000 litres and see how much of that they're going to use. I mean, that's 8,000 quid's worth. I'm presuming that this gets tipped here. Yep. Start overloading. So that is going out. And we're using up all of that. And 16,000 litres isn't very much. So let's get some more. I was just having a look to see what the effectiveness of the food is. The more effective the food is, but you can keep them alive with ineffective food. But if you want them to grow at the maximum speed, you need to get them 100% effective food. So I shall fill this up completely, which is like 30,000 litres. Whoop, that's a lot. And that was 19,000, nearly 20,000 pounds. I will dump it into their feeder. There we go, and we'll see how much of this we can get in. A little sip of tea whilst that's going on. Should all go in. Now we can look. So that is only providing them with base food. So we need to add protein and we need to add root crops. And it's the same for both types of piggy. Proteinaceous foods suitable for pigs. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research about this because I can't quite remember what those are. Let's look at animals. No, let's go down specifically to pigs. Is there a section on pigs? Food: corn, wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, potatoes, sorghum and sugar beets. Base: either corn or sorghum. Grains: either wheat or barley. Protein: either soybeans, canola or sunflowers. And root crops: either potatoes or sugar beet. Okay, so let's grab them some potatoes. Pop a little bit of that in and see what happens. And then we might grab them some canola, oilseed rape as it's called in the UK. So what were we after? We were after, well, let's put canola in because that's come first. It's quite an expensive thing. I don't want to put too much in. I'm surprised that pig food isn't complete pig food in the way that total mixed ration for cattle is complete cattle food. So I may have to... that's interesting. So it's not going to take it. We do not accept canola here, even though canola is listed as one of the things that they can eat. Canola not accepted here. That's a bit annoying. I've just bought a load of canola that I can't use. There's two options here. One is that I can sell it at a huge profit by dumping it into that sell everything point there, but that feels a bit wrong. So I'm going to dump it into my own grain stores, and it'll just add to other crops that I might have in the future. There's all these sort of random items littered around all over the place, which I did on a previous go at this game. managed to get rid of. I don't know why I haven't been able to get rid of them here. Maybe I sold the house or something and they all disappeared with the house. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning of the end. So that was an abject failure, sort of thing one comes to expect here, frankly. What were the other things? Protein, either soybeans, canola, or sunflowers. Well, we've tried sunflowers, and that was unsuccessful. So let's try soybeans. Oh, I'm not quite underneath the doodah. That's why it's not throwing up an option. Soybeans. Let's take some soybeans, which are also very expensive. There we go. £1,000 per cubic meter. Let's see if it takes soybeans. It does not take soybeans. Okay, well that's interesting. And there's nowhere else, is there? This is for this tipping point here is for tipping straw, so it won't be any good for tipping this. No. Okay. Disappointing, but never mind. Let's add soybeans to our collection of things that we have in store. It's eating into the wealth of the business, but we are in an experimental phase. We mustn't worry about these little minor things. I do have straw, so in theory I wouldn't have to buy any, but I am going to buy it because I'm going to buy it loose. Because I'm pretty confident that you won't get a front end loader on this fast track. So I wouldn't be able to move them. So I'll leave my straw bales for the time being. Right, we'll try one more thing. We'll try potatoes as another potential food for them. Potatoes, there we go. Let's try some potatoes. Ping. Oh, potatoes are nice and cheap. Only £2,000 for 10,000 cubic meters. 10,000 litres, sorry. It does take potatoes. Let's see what happens here as the potatoes go in. The effectiveness of the food has gone green, which is very promising. So I'm going to throw a load more potatoes in and a load more pig feed, and then I think we'll be close towards the piggy wiggies being happy. And I do like a happy piggy wiggy. Not wearing my hat. This is unforgivable. To put my very uncomfortable hat on in a second. So that I'm anonymous. Let's put my potatoes in. Put my hat on. There we go, it's better. Now no one knows who I am. Top secret. Doo-doo. So I couldn't get all of that potato in. Oh, because we are now 90,000 litres in there. Very good. A mixture of base food and root crops. It's green for effectiveness, which means it's 100% effective. So that's all jolly. The thing is at capacity. I think maybe if I just put pig feed in, full of pig feed, it would have gone green. But anyway, we'll experiment with that in the future. What we need now is straw, and we need more water. So enough faffing about. I'll go and stick these potatoes in my store. I'll be able to use those later, as long as I remember that I have them, of course. Highly likely when I next need potatoes, I shall buy more potatoes, having forgotten that I have potatoes already. Just got to remember to keep looking things up. This underground storage facility is amazing because it's sort of magical. It just takes everything, and tons of it. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to fill this up with loose straw. Which I suspect is all this way. Here. Around here somewhere, there we go, loose straw. Let's do full, and if it's too much, I will stick it in storage. Nothing if not predictable. Straw is not a hugely expensive commodity. I'm going to have a lot of my own straw because of having planted 2 fields. What have I planted? I planted wheat. I planted 1 field of wheat so far. Let's see how much of this we can get rid of. Oh yeah, 30,000 is not going to be excessive, I don't think. Nope. Let's go and put some more in. I have the money for it after all. Another 30 is probably too much, is it? But we'll just do it. It's easily done and then easily got rid of. Whoop. I suppose it's rather boring that everything is all close together here. But that's, given how bad I am at driving, it's just as well that everything is close together. There we go. Oh yeah, we're not going to get it all in, but that's okay. The rest can go into storage. We max things out. And I am going to need a water bowser, which is a container for carrying water, and I'm probably, because it's me and it's the way I do things, I should probably get a modded one that's capable of doing everything and capable of holding an absurd amount in a relatively small container. That would be consistent with my oeuvre. One must be consistent to one's oeuvre, or one's idiom. There we go. There we go. Ping, ping, ping. Let's park up the trailer. I do like to leave my farm looking tidy, so things tend to get put away. Now then, let's go and buy a water Bowser. There'll be quite a few to choose from, I expect. So I will need to decide. Quite good if it would hold about 20,000 litres, and if it would do things other than just water, so if it carried milk and pesticide and things like that, because then I could just use the same one for everything. Cleaning it out, of course, very carefully between missions. In due course, I will have separate Bowsers for separate jobs, but to start with, one Bowser that can do everything will be great. I will eventually have a herd of cows, and then I'll need it for milk. Let's leap out, pop in here. So, first of all, if we whip down to animals, that's just water, but it only holds 2,000 litres, so that's no good. Aquatrans looks nice, just does water. I don't like these ones. This one's perfect, but if in a perfect world, I wouldn't have one with a articulated front axle because I can't reverse them. What else have we got? That's just a shiny version of the same thing. Ooh, those are cool. They go on a front end loader, do they? Don't really know what they are, but they scrunch stuff up. This takes everything and holds a ridiculous amount. Is there one that takes everything and holds just a sort of sensible amount? There we go, 20,000 litres and holds everything. 10,000 litres only does whatever those two things are, milk of various sorts. This does milk and water and fuel and pesticide and slurry. I think it's the one. Now then, we will make a little change. We might make it black. I like, there's one called Onyx Black, and let's have the design colour as being JCB. And I don't like the fact that the centre of the rim is still green. That's pretty depressing. Well, that's very tough, isn't it? If that's going to be green, then I guess we'd better have some sort of green for everything else. Let's have a little bit of Fent green. There we go. How much is that? £7,300. Well, we can afford that. So I'm not going to lease it, I'm going to buy it. Good stuff. And it'll be parked around here somewhere, probably pointing in an unhelpful direction. There it is. It's a big old tractor. Holds 20,000 litres. We've currently got just over 10,000 litres, and it's not a big dent, so we'll probably fill this up with 20 and see what we can do. Now I've put a water point, a water acquisition point right next to the water trough, so I will get my water from there and then immediately dump it into the water trough. It's a bit clunky and unattractive, but that's how it's worked out. This is that's horses, isn't it? We're not interested in horses at the moment. We're interested in piggy wiggies. We love us some piggy wiggies. So first port of call here is picking up the water. There we go, start filling. And it's a slow fill. Interesting. Might be something that I want to get rid of, because because that is a bit of a slow fill. I don't know whether this container just, this particular Bowser just fills very slowly. Just wonder whether I can get, oh, and I can start emptying at the same time. Yeah, it empties very quickly. It just fills very slowly. I wonder whether it fills slowly because of the thing that it's filling from. That is a thought. I wonder if there's anywhere else where I can fill up with water. Well, I could try the buy everything. I can buy water that way. This was free water. If I buy water, I have to pay for it. That is the nature of commerce. But I just want to see if it's capable of filling up a bit more quickly. Not slurry, water. Ah, yes, it is capable of filling a little bit more quickly. So I think we will get rid of that water point because it's too slow. But that was £1,400 for that water. So we might put a water point somewhere, a big water tank or something somewhere that'll get us free water, but that will fill more quickly. Because that thing is rubbish, isn't it? Let's have a little look. Water's nearly full, so that's good. Food is full. They haven't produced any slurry. Currently the health is at 1%, but when we leap forward a month, which we will do, so these ones are younger. These ones are going to breed. When they've gone through puberty, they will breed. These ones maybe never going to breed, so I'm only going to produce them as, they're currently worth £60 each, but when I've grown them up a bit, they'll be worth a bit more. Anyway, when I've gone through a month, which I'll do in a moment, in order to see if the crops are ready to harvest, these guys should be on 100% health, which will be great. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of this thing that I installed, this water thingy here, which I can do like this. Sell the small water pump. There we go. Oh, Piggy Wiggy's just sort of walking through the water. Oh, slightly disappointing. I watched a video of some gameplay of FS25, which is due to come out in November. And I noticed there were lots of the same things happening in that happened in this. So they were filling up a trailer, and the animation had the stuff sort of falling through the sides of the trailer. And the guy who was playing, who's a big farming simulator YouTuber called DJ Gohan, he didn't say anything, but he did just move the tractor and trailer slightly to make it less obvious. I thought that was interesting, but you know, we don't want to base anything upon what I find interesting. Whether the animals will behave a little bit more sensibly and not just kind of go wandering through fences and things, we will find out. Of course, this is a mod map. This didn't come with the game, so it could be that if things don't work perfectly on the map, it's somehow the map designer's problem. Not that I would dream of criticising anybody, because they're brilliant. But there are occasional oddities that occur. So it is 1:15 in August, and I think that I am going to flick through to the next month. Let's have a little look and see yields. stuff is growing. I reckon that's still 2 months away from being field 30 and 32 there. I reckon next month it's still going to be listed as growing. But I don't think there's much I can do about that. I don't have anything else to do. Oh, I could buy some chickens, couldn't I? Because I did say that I might. Maybe I'll wait until I've got some grain to feed them. It is nice having chickens around the place. And there'll be some sort of alimentation basica, basic food, 70% grain, 30% protein. Now, was there a thing like that? Was there a thing like that on this? Because maybe if you put a little sign there on that one, he'll have put a little sign here on this one. I'm saying he for the assuming that this was made by a he. There's absolutely no reason to assume that that's the case. Let's have a quick peek in here, see what's going on. Oh, lots of lovely straw bedding and lots of lovely food. So that's nice. Might shut those doors. Shame if the animals escaped. Anyone in here? No one in there. Did he put up a little plaque? Little Piggy Wiggy plaque. I see no Piggy Wiggy plaques. So maybe he built the chicken pen himself, and this one's a generic. Maybe this is a generic pig ass. Yeah, perhaps that's what's going on. Perhaps he didn't build this. Okay, so what I think I might do is nip to the house. And sleep through the night. Oh, I reckon. Do you know, I said earlier that this stuff I got rid of by getting rid of the house. I think I did get rid of the house and then put a replacement house in. I might have a little experiment with that now. I'm going to save, first of all, in case this all goes horrifically wrong. Let's see what happens if I sell the house. 175,000, very nice. Let's sell it. Ping. Does it take all those bits? It does take all those bits away. Oh, that's for carrying bales. Might do something with that. But it whips away loads of bits, and it whips away those bits of pipe, all sorts of bits. Now then, I do kind of need to put a house back. Have I got a house that will fit in that space? That's the big question. It's a huge question. There are a number of houses here. I think I could live in a van. I think there's a thing called luxury house, which is 85,000. Is this the one that is that the one I wanted? I don't know that I like that very much. Is that the one? And well, I have done a little save, so even if it turns out to be completely wrong, it's not the end of the world. Ping! Ooh. It's a bit naff, isn't it? It does sit on the floor. I was hoping I could go in there. What do we think? I don't think it really suits this place, does it? Let's let's quit the game. Oh, and reload it. That's a very dull thing to do, isn't it? It takes forever. But let's do it anyway. I'll have another sip of tea. We're reloading the old farm countryside. I'm using my new video capture card, by the way, which means things are slightly different. It may mean that the audio is all wrong, and that you can't. You can only hear me and not the farm, or you can only hear the farm and not me. I can only apologise to the 3 people who have been watching these videos after they've been published. I don't think anyone's watched anything live. If you are there live, just say hi in the chat, then I'll know you're there. So we're back here. I do think I'll get rid of this house because there's no going into it. And it will get rid of all these bits and pieces here, which are a bit annoying, and there's these pipes that are just sort of hanging around in this area here, which I may use to make a silo out of or something like that. So I'll get rid of this house again, and then might just replace it with with something a bit more in keeping. That other house just looked a bit oof. Don't want to be looking Being 175, it's worth having. And particularly if I can replace it with a house that's, only worth a few bob. So this, oh, that's a cute little thing, isn't it? Or this, also a cutie. I'm not sure about any of those. Living in a caravan. What a giggle. No, silly. I mean, things are silly enough as they are. Ooh, that's expensive. Those are expensive. Don't want anything expensive. Bavarian farmhouse. British farmhouse. Ooh. Oh, crikey. Well, that's very unattractive, isn't it? Why is the British farmhouse so unattractive? Perhaps British farmers are unattractive. Not in my experience. They're all very beautiful. We could just go with it. Maybe I ought to explore other possibilities like this. Oh, it's got solar whatsits. It's got steps. And that was the luxury. Well, I think we might go with the British farmhouse. If I can get it to be exactly 45,000, that's always quite pleasing. Just make sure that I've got room around the back. Don't want to get it too close to the chickens. Let's go there. Ping. See what happens. Okay, there we are. A little bit of room around the back. Back door that you can't go in. Very annoying. There's presumably one of these is my dressing up place. Oh, crikey. Could you make him a bit fat like me? Does it have... It doesn't do body types. No. It's very kind of judgy about hair. But everyone has to be ripped. Oh well. Very unrealistic. I've suddenly got quite a lot of money in the bank. Let's have a little sleep-see. And we'll see what the next month brings. Here we go. £555 in property maintenance. I wonder which properties that is. I suppose I could find that out. This crop growing nicely. This is my wheat that I've planted, looking nice. Still a little way to go. This crop over here I expect is still growing, though it is looking good. It is growing. If we have a little look, I suspect it will be, yes, quite dark, but it's not as dark as that, which suggests that there's quite a lot more time before it's ready to harvest, which is a bit irritating. Do I have a recollection that maize is one of the ones that takes the longest to be ready to harvest? Maybe that's a recollection that I have. If we whiz down to the animals, we will see that their health is improving, that they've got plenty of water, they've got plenty of straw. They haven't really consumed anything. Maybe that's because they are so... maybe that's because they are so small. I'm still a bit muddled about this base food protein root crops business, because it was sunflower seeds was the thing that was the only remaining option, wasn't it? Sunflower seeds was the only thing remaining. Let's whiz down to Piggy Wiggies. And it says base food is either corn or sorghum. And by corn they mean maize. Grains, either wheat or barley. Protein, soybeans we've tried, canola we've tried, sunflowers we haven't tried. But they did take potatoes. When it comes to providing food for pigs, they are the most time-consuming animal because you need to feed them a variety of crops you need to grow yourself. As an alternative, you can buy pig food, which is, of course, more expensive in the long run. To maintain the health of your pigs and therefore their ability to reproduce, you need to provide them with the right mix of feed. You just unload the pig food or each crop at the unloading area of the pigsty. You don't need to use a mixing wagon, which is required for cows. There are 3 different breeds of pig: German Landrace, Bentham, Black Pied and Berkshire. There's no real difference except for their visual appearance. Okay. Well, there we jolly well go. I guess it's a map-specific oddity that they won't eat half the stuff that you want them to eat. I'm tempted to let another day pass by. A little bit disappointing. Should we put some fuel in here? There should be a little management point thing somewhere. Oh no, maybe it's one that I have to fill with fuel. So this is another thing we might sell. We might get a different fuel tank. Might get one that fills automatically. Sell that for just under £4,000. And I guess it's a container. Yeah, these guys. What about this? Yeah, that's the kind of fella we're after. Is that where I want it? Or should I put it over here with other bits and bobs? there is a lot to be said for having it over here with other bits and bobs. How close to those bits and their bobs can I get it? Should we go with there? We're just down to the tiniest micro shuffles at this point. Let's try it. Ping. We might, at some point, tidy up this surface so that everything appears to be sitting on the same surface. We come around here and we can arrange to have it filled. Let's try 10,000 litres. Bing. So that is now full of fuel. That's the side we come to fill up the vehicles. This is my little workshop. My single vehicle hasn't done very much, so it doesn't need much in terms of maintenance. The little orange bar is nearly full, and the fuel bar, the green bar, is nearly full. So it's now 6 minutes past 8, so we could whip to the farmhouse. Oh, that's what we need to do. And call it a day. Seems a bit odd, but let's have another sleep. I don't mind having a little sleep. There should be more sleeping in real farming. Very little sleeping involved in real farming. So, another day has passed. Let's first of all, oh, it's quite fun. They've got some toxic mushrooms on the floor. Just these look like fly agaric or something. That would be nasty. It would be interesting to have kind of, exotic weeds growing. Now, see, those are now one step away from being ready. So next month, I mean, it's already October. So November, I will be cutting it, but I'm not doing seasons in the sense of having realistic seasons. We're just having months tick over, because otherwise you have great long waits through the winter with not very much going on. Let's go and have a little look and see how the piggy wiggies are. Presumably I can get information about the general health of the piggy wiggies at one end of this. People are going to get very fed up with me calling them piggy wiggies, aren't they? If you're not already. It is a worry. What about what's in here? Oh, nice. Lots of useful information there about the maintenance of things. The health of the animals is 44%. I'm quite worried about the fact that the health is only 44%. I would expect it to be very much 100% by now. So something is clearly not going quite according to plan. Oh, I'm getting all sorts of funny noises in my headphones. Yeah, so is it the fact that there is no protein? Is that the problem? No protein, so they're not growing and they're not healthy. That, I guess, is probably the situation. What a shame. What can we do about it? Well, not much, because they're not eating the food, so therefore I can't give them protein. We could try sunflower seeds, couldn't we? I mean, I've got there's no room to get any sunflower seeds in there. There's no way of taking the food that's been put in out. clearly they're listed as having no. They're listed as having no protein, so they won't grow without protein, understandably. Um, Sunflowers is the only thing we've got left, I think, that we could use. I'm getting annoying crackling noises in my head, which is these headphones. So I'm going to have to switch headphones. Cool. I mean, you can't hear that, I'm sure. That would be awful if you could hear that. Let's see. So I've put a tiny amount of sunflower seeds. Can I add them? No is the answer to that. There is no option to add sunflower seeds. Do you know, I have a vague recollection that what I might have done last time is sold this pigsty and then bought another pigsty because it was being annoying. But of course that might just be my imagination. I would have to sell the piggies first, wouldn't I? Let's look at pigsties. Is that the one that I have? I guess it probably is. Let's just select it. Pigsty large, it's called. Pig pasture. Takes all sorts of food. It takes pig food. Not quite sure what that second thing is. It takes apples, beets, carrots, turnips, beetroot and water. This kind of pigsty does look very similar. That's pigsty large. So that's what we've got. Well, I'm not terribly impressed with pigsty large. Shed with pig pasture, a bit more interesting. Garage to store your vehicles and tools, a place to keep your pigs. Self-made pigsty, takes pig food, takes whatever that is in a bag. I don't know what that symbol means. Potatoes, turnips, carrots and stuff. So that's all I've got on the piggy front. So that's pigsty large is what I must have installed, which I have to say I am not impressed by. That the object? Yeah, I guess it is. What about this chap? Doesn't have very big space for my piggies. But it does provide some additional storage. Not sure I like that one very much. What about this chap? This looks like it's all indoor piggy. All indoors piggy. Yeah. Not sure that I'm hugely enamoured of any of these. What about just a pig pasture? So just open area for piggies. You can have 30 pigs. I've got 40 pigs at the moment, haven't I? Well, I'd have to sell them anyway, so it's academic. The smaller pigsty takes. Oh, I suppose this does tell us what this pigsty takes. Potatoes, turnips, carrots, and beets. I just need to know what that second thing is there, which has got the face of a pig on it and something else. It must be the secret. So we won't necessarily give up on this yet. I've just because I'm failing to understand what's going on, shouldn't blame it. It's not its fault. Let's tip here. Let's tip this here and sell it back again. Which is a bit cheeky because it means I make a little profit, which is naughty, very naughty. I need to find out what that symbol is. So one of the ways to do that would be to go here and to go down all the way down here and find it. It's not total mixed ration. Eventually we'll come to pig food, which should be fairly obviously. It's not mineral feed. I don't know whether they'd take mineral feed. It's not any of these things. Eventually we'll come to pig food, presumably. Compost. Protein for animals. It's protein for animals. Okay, great. I can sell it. I don't know where to get protein for animals, because I don't think my sells everything place sells protein for animals. Well, I will try. I will see whether it does. Let's have a little look. Otherwise, I need a thing that makes proteins for animals, which it'll make from other things. I'll need a little factory. So, sunflower, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, sugarcane, seeds, total mixed ration, forage, chaff, wood chaff, silage, grass, hay, straw, snow, road salt, solid fertilizer, manure, pig food, lime, mineral feed, stones, almonds, olive leaves, carrots, red beet, compost, parsnips, iron ore, wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, grapes, olives, sunflower. We're back here again. So, okay, so it doesn't make protein for animals, but there must be a way of making protein for animals. There must be some kind of a factory unit or something that makes protein for animals. I guess there could be one already on. There could be somewhere already here. Let's go down here. It'll be a production of some sort, won't it? So what we need to do is to look at all the productions that we've got here and see if we can find one that says it makes protein for animals. Where are the productions? They're not showing up on the map, which is interesting. Okay. When I switch productions off like that, a couple of things disappear. A couple of things that are quite nearby disappear. Ping, ping. Right, so let's have a little look. What is this? Fabric confections, bakery. This chap over here, it's a biogas plant. What have we got here? Southern Cooperative, those are just dumping places. Lime station, supplies, that's quite handy. Liquid station, I wonder what supplies is. What does supplies sell? That sells, that's fertilizer. That's seeds. Do you think they're going to sell protein for animals? That is fertilizer as well. This is what? This is stones. It provides stones or it buys stones. Looks like it sells stones. Crikey. What a ghastly thought. Okay, so that's not quite doing it for me. I'm just going to go down and turn productions off again. See if there's anything else that flicks on and off when I turn productions on and off. Oh, something up here. Biogas. Anything with a conveyor belt symbol. No. Yep, there's one there. Sawmill. Sawmill. Okay. So, I don't think there's already something, although there are loads of places out here, aren't there? Let me whip to the gas station. Unless I'm confusing my maps. I might be confusing my maps. Let's whip to here and just have a little look around. Yeah, I think I'm muddling my maps. There are no shops out here. No, it was another thing I was playing with. Oh look, Emily's growing carrots. Clever old her. Right, let's have a look then and see if I've got some sort of production unit that is capable of making protein for animals. So it'll be a production and it'll be a factory, won't it? This is a bakery, carpentry, dairy, grain mill, just produces flour, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop, cereal factory, oil mill, grape processing unit, a bakery, carpentry, dairy, spinnery, barrel factory, furniture factory, don't know why I'm saying it in a silly voice, iron furnace, mine shaft, paper factory, pet accessories factory, art accessories, shingle factory, wood turner, sawmill, bakery, ooh, nice, dairy, potato processing plant, appears to make crisps, takes goods and transforms them into different products, looks like it just makes crisps, preserved food factory, soup factory, spinnery, a stationary separator. Oh, that separates manure out, that's nice. A fermenter, that was quite promising there for a moment. It produces various biofuels. That makes electricity, pretty cool. This makes, doesn't make anything. It's part of a kit. All in one production. Does it make? Puts all those things in. All those things that are scrolling along the top, and it churns out bread, cheese, That's total. It's not total mixed ration, but it's something like that. Pig food, but not protein for animals. That doesn't make protein for animals, nor does that. Oh, farm factory. Is it going to produce something useful? Is it going to produce protein for animals? No. It's quite irritating. Chips, canola, oil, bread, rolls, flour, sugar cakes, lots of different cakes, baguettes. Oh, it's making me quite hungry. But it is not saying that it produces protein for animals. Farm factory. This farm factory. It does. It's slightly more promising, isn't it? Farm supply factory. I mean, that thing with the green cross on it. Is that protein for animals? What is that thing with the green cross on it? Somebody's out there screaming, yes, that's that thing. Modern animal food for cows. Okay, takes goods and transforms them. Yes, so that's for making proper modern animal food for pigs. Oh, we were so close. It uses that stuff with the green plus on it, which we don't know what it is. Ethanol and diesel, production shed. Produces seeds, lime, manure and solid fertiliser for your greenhouses. Oh, that's nice. Pellet clench. Sawmill. Straw processing. Sugar mill. Confectionery. Production of animal feed. Production of fertiliser. Production of seeds. A composter for making forage. Making pig food again. Finally. And of course, the irony is that this was on the farm at the beginning, and I sold it, of course. So there we go. Well, there's lessons to be learned. That's what we need. We need this red thing, which I sold, because this produces protein for the piggy wigs. Now then, the secret is, of course, where am I going to put it? Shall I put it somewhere up here? I've got to be able to get at it. Would sort of make sense to have it near where the pigs are. Let's turn it that way round and pop it in this sort of little space here. We can get it sort of roughly square. Does that look nice? What am I going to regret when I click go? I'm going to regret spending £40,000, of course. Always regret spending any money. Maybe I regret. Whose field is that? That's nice, isn't it? That's a nice looking crop. Zoe's corn. It looks ready to harvest. Yeah, that's what mine will look like eventually. So there's the output, which I've put in a slightly awkward place because there's no easy way to drive up to it. There is the tippy point. And there's something I've got to put in at the top. This is why I'm not going to like this. I need to put barley, cut sugar beet, minerals and water into here, and that will produce protein for animals. It does 12,000 cycles a month. It costs £480 a month, and that's the proportion. So barley, sugar beet, cut sugar beet, minerals and water. Now the question is, of course, whether I can get minerals out of this thing. Do I get minerals out of here, or am I going to manufacture the minerals as well? Do I need a minerals manufacturing thing? There is this thing that's called mineral feed, but that isn't the same stuff as minerals. I suspect minerals get made from stones. So if I can't buy minerals, if I can't buy minerals, then this thing isn't going to do any good at all. So presumably one of those other machines was for making the minerals. Compost master, Ferti master. No. That needs minerals. How do I produce minerals? Any suggestion of a way of producing minerals? Maybe minerals are buyable somewhere. We'll have a little look. We're looking now to see that minerals are an output product of something. I reckon it'll be something to do with stones. We want minerals as an output product. That's yogurt. It's not minerals. Minerals as an output product. What about these things that produce loads of stuff? Produces mineral feed, but doesn't produce minerals. This farm factory, I think we've already established. Pig food, but no minerals. No minerals. That's milk in, cheese out. Minerals, 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 all in one production. No minerals. Oh, potato, now it's crisps. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. Cereals. Sugar. No. Okay, so are minerals purchasable anywhere? Do they even show up as a thing? Is there an icon along here for minerals? Ba-bum-ba-boo. Dry corn, French fries. Potato chips. I don't know why I'm pointing these things that aren't minerals out, but I'm just pleased when I correctly identify one. Compost. Protein for animals. It's not... Yeah, that's what we're trying to make. We can sell that, which is great. We haven't got any yet. Margarine, watermelon and melon smoothie. Oh, good lord. Biogas. Mineral feed. Not the same thing as minerals. I'm gonna try it, aren't I? I wonder whether minerals are made from stones in some fashion. I wonder. I mean, stones are fundamentally mineral, aren't they? Minerals, 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 minerals. So I need some sort of minerals production, which I don't seem to have. I'm sure it would have been present on the original map before I started selling everything off. Right, before we give up completely, we will just check whether mineral feed works. I have very little hope that it will work. Mineral feed. Okay. Start the engine. fair point. And I've set this thing up so that it's very awkward to get to. So what we might do is load my map that I saved ages ago. Once we've established how any of this stuff works. Oh, that's for filling up, that's for filling up. The tipping bit is here. I bet the mineral feed goes in the top and has to be put in with a bet there's going to be some, yeah, well it doesn't take mineral feed, didn't think it would. I don't suppose this takes mineral feed either. No. Well, let's sell this bit of mineral feed back to the government, because I haven't used it. It's untouched, it's unblemished. Ping. So I'm at a little bit of loss because I cannot work out how to make protein for animals without being able to produce any mineral feed, any minerals. Minerals would show up here if they were available anywhere, and they just do not seem to be available anywhere. There would be some something on the farm that would, or on the map, that would produce it. This is quite the adventure. Yes. Okay, so just go down to this. Feedmaster requires minerals, which looks a lot like sheep milk, has to be said. Just check what that was. Just a message. So, I'll go down to the help section. Stone picking. Forestry. Miscellaneous. Visit the farming simulator for more in-depth and a growing list of tutorials. And Discord server. Shop icons. Length of yarder, max carrying weight, maximum tree ride. Product icons. Obviously doesn't include crop icons, product icons, root vegetables. Piano manufacturing, that's rather nice. Base food. Pumps and hoses. Precision farming. Soil types, yeah, we know all about that. Okay, so I am going to take the rather bold step of quitting the game, which means we'll go right the way back to when we had that original farmhouse. But I think that makes some sense. And I'm going to see if I can find a way of getting hold of minerals. So there's going to be some kind of a production, isn't there? That down here we get factories. Presumably there is a factory that makes minerals. How I'm going to spot it amongst all of these other, I mean, there are thousands of these. Grain drying shed, custom stone crusher. I'm just going to have a look and see that it doesn't produce minerals. I've got this obsession with the idea that the stone crusher is going to produce minerals. Crush rocks to make lime. Yeah, no, well, that makes sense. Harvest productions. Art master. What the heck is an art master? Pack for the production of your own agricultural products. Rocco master produces lime, pig master produces pig feed, mix master produces cow feed, lime fertilizer, pig feed and cow feed. But we're good for pig feed. What we need is minerals. Hay drying plant, orchards and greenhouses, sugar beet processing, beet pulp plant. Should produce a sugar beet pulp. Nothing as a waste product. Just go to sugar beet processing, see if there are any waste products. Separate stones and dirt. Afterwards, they are cut to pulp. And then there's some slurry produced. Okay, that's all good. Feed mixing plants. Grass drying, lizard grain storage, and pig food maker. Multi-purpose facilities. Big grain can be used storage, planted with a pulp or shredder makes food for pigs. Maize, barley, canola, potato, sorghum, wheat, sunflower, sugar beet. It makes pig food, yeah, but it doesn't make the right kind of pig food. Wood pellet, feed mixing plants, mixed feed cows. Mixed ration, pig feed, mixed ration, pig feed. Yep, well, that's all lovely. Vegetable juice processing, backyard workshop, sheds, interactive productions. I don't even know what that means. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, that's where I make cheese and stuff. Not going to make any minerals there. Metals and gem production. Nice, but not relevant. Yogurt, hot air production, lime production, animal triggers, pancake, feed mixer, big, well, let's just have a look. Produces pig food or mixed ration, total mixed ration, neither of which is just protein. In a minute I'm going to have to resort to Google, which is a disappointing state of affairs. But it also means that I can clear off and make myself something to eat and then come back afterwards. Home-brewed productions, outputs, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, vegetal coal factory, American workshop, lime production, German grain mill, horizontal fodder mixer, all in one production. I got that. Crude oil production, modernised flour, grain dry, garden plot, mayonnaise, dessert factory, pudding factory, I would say, but then I'm a bit of a snob. Flour and feed factory, firewood production, grain quid pro, fermenting silo, apple tree with factory. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Fruits production, lime, fertilizer, salt, herbicide, seed production, wood production, cream, magic bean production, wool and cotton processing, stone factory. Just going to have a look. Don't know what to do with. You can make profit from the stone. stone blocks, lime. Yeah, it's not going to be minerals, is it? Productions pack, pig feed production, mixed ration, silage production. Fertilizer production, seed production, pumps and hoses, lime factory, sugar production, feed mixing plants, manure pellets, sweet bakery, lizard bitten. What is that? Different crop mixes. But pig feed, soybean pig feed, wheat pig feed. It's all pig food. It's lovely. Watermill, herbicide production, yeast, mineral feed production. That isn't quite what we're looking for. Includes a mineral feed production facility. It allows you to produce mineral feed using lime, salt, stone flour, ash and molasses. The necessary stone flour contained from rubble stones through lime production, and the ash is generated as a waste at the power plant. Yeah, that's still producing mineral feed, which is not minerals. Manchego mill, firewood, cookie factory, farm, total mixed ration, pellets, biodiesel, hay storage and ventilation, farm supply productions, automatic shipping, chocolate factory, diesel, total mixed ration, clothing, juice, herbicide, small heating plant, food mixes, seed, potato farm buildings, additional pallet storage, Tyrolean dairy, factory, soy drink, stationary wood chipper, fuel, ping, mixing mill, grass dryers, sawmills, liquid manure. Must have been too much for Rush, must I? Because I'll miss it. Outputs: forage, silage, hay, pig food, fertilizer, wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, potato, sugar beet, maize, straw, mineral feed, grass chap, fertilizer, gestate manure. Yeah. Cool. It's expensive. 150,000 for that. Not sure it's worth it. So, fuel refinery, stationary wood chipper, factory, crop inputs, silo king, grass dryer, soybean, old grain mill, crops production. What? Do you need some crops for your production, or for example to feed your pigs, but you don't have enough tools or resources to do it? This production allows you to get these crops without you doing all the necessary work. Place it near a field to simulate a subcontractor who works it for you and get the products from it. Output: wheat, barley, oats, sorghum, canola, soy, maize, sunflowers, potato. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. Oven for cooking, brick up. Grain mill, coffee. Fresh products. Composter, lime and beet pulp, heating. Concrete production plant, bakery, urea production. Oh, does that produce minerals? I mean, there's no reason why it should, and it doesn't. Pig feed mixer. Fruits from 4 different categories are needed for mixing. Milled out. Malt production. Interesting. Ice cream production, snow melter, and water production. Crikey. I feel like I say crikey a lot. Mineral feed, but not minerals. Fish farming. Ooh. Yeah, that is quite interesting. I'm interested in fish farming. the only product is fish. I feel a Google coming on. Pellet press. Field products factory. Solid fertilizer, total net fraction, total net manure, silage, hay. Okay. Making vinegar, outhouse, farm supplies production. Well, I would like minerals, but not an option. Seed production, plantly production, fermenting silo pack, pallet storage and logistics, animal food factories, mini biogas plant, fertilizer production, digestate fertilizer, multi-fermenter, pig food production. Just check. Just produces pig food. US animal food, seed and fertilizer production. Yeah, well, I could easily have missed this, so I'm going to have to hit the Googles. Oh, I'm beginning to feel quite tired. All production pallets pack. Oh, that's a point. What if they were purchasable as? What if it was purchasable as pallets? That is a thing. That is a thing. If you want to produce something for yourself but only need one ingredient for your cake recipe, but buy it, don't suffer anymore. The mod package includes all production goods stacked on solid pallets. The capacity of the pallets is 2 times more than in the base game. I calculated their prices based on many years of average prices with easy economic settings. I'm very pleased with themselves here. I'm tempted to install that. And I'm wondering now whether it would have been possible to buy minerals from the shop. I guess the only way to find that out will be to go there. Do I want to? Should I not include that most recent purchase? Oh, I have. Well, here we go, loading again. But at least we can test whether my sudden thought that maybe you can buy minerals on a pallet from the shop, from the big, where you buy the vehicles and things. Because you can buy fertilizer and seeds and things like that from there, and other things that don't come out of the spout on the farm, like poplars and all manner of goodness. Oh, it's going to be really irritating if that is the answer. And it's also going to be quite irritating if I need to buy a means of... We're back here with this original farm and all this original junk, but that's okay. So let's have a look at pallets and stuff. Big bags of fertilizer. Fertilizer, seeds, lime, wheat, oat, pig food, road salt, wheat, fertilizer, oats, lime, mineral feed. Was that mineral feed back here as well? Oh, that was pig food. Mineral feed, pig feed, road salt, seeds, stones. Why would you buy stones? Total mixed ration, solid fertilizer, lime, road salt, seeds, stones. So let's just check. Seeds, lime, wheat, oat, pig food, road salt, wheat, solid fertilizer, lime, pig food, road salt, seeds, solid fertilizer, lime, road salt, seeds, pallets, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, poplar, sugarcane, sapling seeds, silage additive, mineral feed, which is not, that's not what we want, is it? As we know, yeah, because the symbol is the little cross. What we need is minerals. I'm quite confident it's going to be along here somewhere. Mineral water barrel. Mineral water. Oh, yes. Wooden box, red plastic boxes, rennet carafe, cheese pallets, bread, planks, silage additive, butter, cake, canola, cereal, cheese, chocolate, clothes, eggs, liquid fertilizer, fabric, liquid fertilizer, flour, furniture, grape juice, herbicide, honey, lettuce, milk, olive oil, fertilizer, seeds, poplar, raisins, mineral feed, strawberries, sugar, sunflower oil, tomatoes, tree saplings, wool, fillable pallet, armoire, barrel, bathtub, birdhouse, bowl, bucket, metal, paper roll, pepper grinder, nice, picture frame, planks long, prefab wall, shingle, staircase railing, table, fillable pallets that can be filled with any of those things. Is minerals one of those things? No. Slightly disappointing. I'm just beginning to think that I don't like just reading out every word that appears on the screen. I think wool, mineral palette. That is minerals. That is minerals. £180 gets you some minerals. Okay, right, well, we'll remember where that is. We'll just check 500 litres that there isn't a bigger one of minerals. Empty palette, fillable with all of those things. Is minerals one of the things it's fillable with? New. Well, there we go. I suppose we have had some success in that we've managed to track down that one thing. Bing, bing, bing. Sugar, sunflower oil, tomatoes. Ooh. So where was it? Back here. Mineral pallets. We've then got to work out how we're going to get it into how we're going to get it in, because I haven't got I've only got the big old fat tractor. Silage additive. Is it past silage additive? Don't lose it. He's screaming out, "You fool, you had it." And then you've run away. Yeah, okay, it's back here. I'm going to recognise the symbol when it pops up. What's that? That's silage additive. Ooh. Fillable tanks. And that is one of the things that's fillable with is one of the things that's fillable with minerals. Let's give that digestate slurry, diesel, water, digestate slurry, diesel, water. Why did it show up as being fillable with all of those things, and then only offer a little bit of water? I mean, really. So it's got boom, 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 including a little yellow bottly thing which looks like the mineral symbol, but then water, diesel, exhaust fumes. Yeah. Well, there we go. But there was definitely a pad of minerals. There we go. Let's buy one. Whew. Right. Well, I'm going to call it a day there. But when I come back, I will have set everything up as it was before I exited the game, and we'll see if we can get some protein into these pigs of ours. Cool, that's been quite a long old sesh. I will perhaps see you again later today. Bye.